everyone, and welcome to another edition of Volcano Bay Construction Update. My name is Jim from WildGravityTravels.com, and we are starting our construction update in a very odd place from just near the parking garage at Universal Orlando Resort, where we're now seeing signage directing you how to get to the shuttle that will take you to Volcano Bay's entrance. So we're seeing this in multiple places throughout the garages, near the garages, as well as we see the shuttle lane being completed. Next up, we're going to move on to our normal update from Cabana Bay and then on to Turkey Lake. Another quick look here from just outside the garage as we're heading into Universal Orlando. We see two new parking structures going in that have been going in for some time. These are basically going to be the main booths for Volcano Bay and how you'll enter. There will be signs encouraging you to stay to the right as you enter the toll plaza for the car parking, and you'll just basically be directed so that these two lanes will basically direct you to the lower levels where the shuttles will depart from. So we see construction continuing on that as they expand the auto toll plaza structure here in preparation for Volcano Bay. So now we've arrived at the Cabana Bay Hotel, and we're checking out the actual site inside the park here of Volcano Bay. Here we see work on Krakatau Mountain still continuing to happen. We see a crane up there right now from this angle. Of course, we'll be checking this out more from Turkey Lake. Down here at the base of Krakatau, we can see the wave pool's been really cleared out now. A lot more leveling and concrete work has pretty much been completed down there. And we see a few workers around the pathway area through the trees there. As we pull back out, we can see more roof structures have been put on these newer A-frame type structures we saw go up in the past few weeks. We've been watching more of them are getting roofs now. Looks to be wood roof so far. We'll see what kind of covering or shingling they go with there. As we move on up to Runamukka Reef, still pretty much tarp covered, but we can see the fish and the octopus are progressing slightly over time. Not a whole lot of progress being made over at Runamukka Reef right now. As we move to the left and pull out, we can see the Tot Tiki Reef nearby. A couple pumps there, and even a mini volcano kind of looks to be right in here in the very beginnings of construction, although it could be hidden behind this building and trees. As we look to the left of Krakatau, we can see a roof covering on one of those yellow structures we showed you last week is now in place, and more rock work is being done on the Oh No and Oh Yeah body slides. And these are of course the slides that you come flying off the end of the slide and splash down into like a 6-foot pool. Taking one more look from this angle, we can see water coaster has more scaffolding around that one tower, which we expect to be the elevator for the attraction, as well as more rock work going on here around some of the flumes or tubing of the water coaster. Still just working on the detailed rock work. Hopefully we'll get a better angle of that coming up from Turkey Lake Road. Taking a look at Volcano Bay's entrance, we've noticed the rise of a new structure. No covering or roof covering on it yet, other than this metal paneling going down what appears to be both sides. However, it is circular, looks to be like a steel or metal structure. We've also noticed the banners behind every letter are now in place in the entrance. Other than that, not a whole lot to see here at the entrance area, as all the trees have now blocked our view of the tunnelway. However, as we look across the main street here, we can see the road that will be for the shuttles from the main garages, which we were showing you. This is where the shuttles will come and drop off, around this area here. And of course you'll tunnel over to the main entrance of Volcano Bay. I know we've discussed that several times. I like repeating it for those of you who are new to our videos, just to show how you will get to Volcano Bay. It is a little bit different than just park here and walk in the gate. While we're at this window, I wanted to take a look off in the distance. We see Wet and Wild. Demolition now taking place fully. At full steam ahead, we can see one slide pretty much just leaving off here, this bluish teal slide. And something we shared on our Twitter page just a couple days ago was Aqua Drag Racer, and that is pretty much all that's left of it. We noticed the tubes just kind of leave off right there. Down on the ground we've been seeing like lazy river destruction, a lot of buildings like near the entrance being destroyed. Stay tuned for a full update of Wet n Wild demolition coming up very soon, probably when we get a few more slides being ripped out. So far only 3 have been taken out of the park at this point. 5 if you want to count the Matt Slide Racer, which has 4 lanes. Getting a little closer to the entrance area of Volcano Bay now, we can get a closer look at the structure, but something else that's caught our attention is a new themed lighting going in, or that has gone in a couple places we spot, but that's probably the best view of any of the lights that we've seen. Try to pull back out and find the other one on camera. Here you can see one sort of to the left, right here through the trees. So lots of themed lighting here at the entrance going into place. And again, a look at that structure that is new to us, new from our last update. Looking the other direction, we see several new developments, including a vinyl banner on this structure here. But the biggest thing we see off in the distance, it's going to be really hard to see from this angle, we'll get a better still picture of it, is we actually have tubes in the conveyor lift system. Tube doesn't appear to be moving, but this is for Meku and Puhi, the 2 slides, the saucer slide and like the double funnel slide on the back side of Krakatau Mountain that we usually show you more of from Turkey Lake Road because we get a better angle of it from over there. But here we get a better angle of the lift, and we can see there is a tube actually in the conveyor system. So as we pull back out, we can see the side of Krakatau Mountain, all those details we've been showing you. The one entry to the oh no or oh yeah, I'm not sure which is which, obviously, body slide that we were talking about earlier, and you can see the steps are continuing to make progress there. So as we pull back out, this is going to be our last look from this building, and coming up we'll take a look from the other building to see what all we can find around Volcano Bay from Cabana Bay. So we made our way to the other Cabana Bay building that we always bring you video from, and we can see the cabanas off in the distance for Volcano Bay. We also see some roofers here. Before we zoom out to those cabanas, we see some roofers here working on the roof structure of one of those pavilions we've been talking about. And here off in the distance we see those multi-level cabanas that we've been showing you for some time now. That yellow metal structure still hasn't really changed or gotten any coverings since our last couple updates. Over here we can see the one roof covering for the oh no or oh yeah body slide. And then under that we can actually see rock work going on, but we also see workers on that platform for that pathway that goes into the volcano. We'll be taking a look at our still photos after this video is being recorded to figure out, maybe try to figure out what they're working on in there. So definitely be sure to check out the written post that goes with the video. One final thing, under the oh no and oh yeah body slides, we think we found the entrance to that slide, where we see these surfboards that could be home soon to possibly the ride safety information for the slides, or at the very least maybe the slide name. And again, that would be like the entrance queue area to get you into the slide stairwell that would take you up to those slides. So we keep an eye on all of those things. Now again, from this angle we can actually see some of the wave pool there, but it's all blocked off by trees. It would be in front of that area that we showed you where this pathway is. Basically below that is your wave pool, part of Wave Village, one of the 4 major areas of Volcano Bay. Checking out our final and one of my favorite angles looking at Volcano Bay, we can see all of Hanu here with Aiko Moana in the background, the green slide there. Some progress being made here since the last time we brought you video of this. We see the supports being partially painted a bluish color here. And we see a lot more trees have gone in, and over here by this bridge, kind of blocked by the new Cabana Bay Tower there, but next to this bridge we can see the pathway work is pretty much done. All the dirt's been moved out. Looks to be a nicely paved path. You see curbs there. And there go 2 workers walking down that pathway right now in that area. So still no water flow on this like we've seen like about a month or so ago at this point, maybe even longer. But we do still see a lot of tubes at the top of the slide there. And just overall, this area is looking really beautiful, almost like a newly completed area. It looks pretty much near completion, other than maybe adding grass if they intend to do so to the area. So next up we'll be headed out to Turkey Lake to take a different perspective of Volcano Bay as always. Stay tuned with us. Coming to you out from Turkey Lake Road, we can see Krakatau Mountain in the distance. As we zoom in, we're going to see more work on the stairs taking place right now. We can see a crane up there at the moment. They're adding more steps, and some workers are even still working on those banisters for those steps that we showed you in our video last week. As we pull back out, we can see lots of the trees in the area here. Just a lot of groundwork being done all across the site. But one thing I wanted to show you guys as we walk on down this way is we have another sighting of themed lighting on the site. So as we come back down around this way, I'll be able to turn back and give you a good shot of that. That's over by Meku and Puhi, the two slides that we showed you had a tube on them earlier. So here, just over the fence line as we zoom in, you can see that like themed lighting pole. I'm gonna guess those are lights, most likely, in that area. So a lot of infrastructure, a lot of like small details, especially now going into place as we are a little over a month, probably about 6 weeks away from opening day of Volcano Bay, May 25th. So definitely a tropical paradise rising alongside I-4 here in Orlando as part of the Universal Orlando Resort. Coming up next, we're going to head on down to Runamukka Reef and take a look to see what's going on over there by Hanu, Aiko Moana, and more. Taking our side angle view at Krakatau Mountain, we can see all that scaffolding we showed you from Cabana Bay Hotel, looking at the mountain there. This is just from a different angle. A lot of work being done on that tower for theming. Not quite sure what all is involved in there, but we've been seeing the scaffolding there for weeks and weeks on end now. So definitely something more intricate, I feel like, could be going on. Lots of workers on the ground just moving around different parts. Looks like they're really working intensely on this area on some sort of project. Here we also see a rarity. One of the garage doors is open for the pump house. So this is one of the water pumps just inside the garage here, which will obviously pump the water through something, whether it be the lazy river or this slide complex over here, or maybe even the water coaster. Could be multiple pumps as we see multiple garage doors inside the building. So it could be for half of the resort, we don't even know. So as we wrap up our look at Volcano Bay from this angle, here on Turkey Lake Road, we can see cranes still working there on the backside platform, as well as a genie lift there on the front side platform of Krakatau Mountain. As we pull back out, you can kind of see Runamukka Reef has been shrouded by trees here in this restroom and or restaurant complex here, as well blocking its view, as well as the occasional traffic blocking our view. And one final look at Hanu and Aiko Moana as we conclude our update on Volcano Bay. My name is Jim from WildGravityTravels.com. Be sure to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for all the fun pictures that we take of this and more. Have a great week ahead, everybody. And stay informed.